Good morning. I'm so excited to be here with you. I had so much fun worshiping with Mr. Charlie and his family. Did you? If you haven't had a chance to check it out, I highly encourage you go back and do so. We got to sing about how Jesus is the way and the truth and the life. And we got to sing about how God is our King. And this is exactly what we're going to spend the next few minutes exploring together. So let's go back to that first memory verse song. John 14:6. Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So if we go back to the Bible, we rewind just a little bit, we'll see that Jesus is talking to his disciples. These are the men who have been with him through all of his miracles. They've heard all of his teachings. These are the men who left jobs and sometimes even families so that they could follow Jesus. So a few verses earlier, we hear Jesus tell them, don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Trust also in me. And then he goes on to talk about how in God's house, in his Father's house, there are many, 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 many rooms. And he, Jesus, is going to go and prepare a place for his friends, the people then and now who love Jesus with all their hearts. And then he promises he's going to come back and he's going to take them with him. And he assures his disciples they already know the way. But one of Jesus' disciples named Thomas looks at Jesus and says, but Lord, we don't know where you're going. How do we know the way? And that's when Jesus says, I am the way and the truth and the life. You see, sometimes when we go through life, we can get kind of beat up, like this can. Maybe at one point we started out feeling filled up and just ready to conquer the world, full of energy and excitement. But after a while, we run into obstacles or we come across things that are really kind of sad or scary or troubling. We kind of feel spent or empty. We're tired. We run out of energy. But God didn't make us so that we would have to do things on our own. He didn't create us and leave us to figure out a way, make our own way. No, that's why Jesus reminds us he is the way. He's the King who prepares a place for us. And he's the King who takes us there. He's the King who reminds us of what is true. He's the King who gives us new life. He's the one who fills us back up when we're empty. And he gives us everything we need so that we can do everything he wants us to do, so that we can pour out his love and his truth to those around us so that they can be refreshed, so that they can come and be filled up by our amazing God, so they can worship Jesus with us. Holy, amazing, loving God, thank you for filling us up, for giving us everything we need. Thank you for making a way for us to have life with you forever, even though there is nothing that we could do to earn or deserve it. Thank you for filling us with your love and kindness that we can share with the world. That's it for today. You are so loved. We'll see you next week.